This video is going to show you the different ways that you could use Classpad.net as a math notebook. A notebook's a place for you to write down your thoughts or images or things you want to remember or things you notice. And so Classpad.net lets you do all of that in one place. When you open Classpad.net, you'll notice it looks just like a blank piece of paper. And that's the whole idea. I can decide to do whatever I want right away simply by thinking about the problem. Let's say I've been told to explore a four-sided shape. So I can click anywhere and I can look at my choices here and, oh, geometry, that makes sense. I could do a drawing. So when I click it, I get a place to do my drawing, which if I don't want to do it over to the right, I can move it to the left. I can put it in the middle. It's just like paper. I can decide where and what I want to do. So let's draw a four-sided shape. This is my notebook. I'm just going to draw a four-sided shape. And now I'm going to start exploring. Just like Notepad, I can move things around. I can draw a different shape, but the nice thing about dynamic note paper, like Classpad.net, is I don't have to redraw it. I can just move it around. But now maybe I want to be taking notes of things that I observe. So I can do it a couple different ways. I could pull out, because again, I'm on a piece of paper, I could pull out a little note and actually just start writing things that I notice. So what do I notice? I notice it has 4 sides. I also notice that it has 4 points. So is that something that's common? What else does it have? Well, it looks like it has 4 angles. So maybe I'm seeing a connection here. And if I move the shape, do the angles stay there? Ooh, I can make the angles bend in if I want, right? Or bend out. And so is it still 4 angles if I make it look like this boomerang? So I can play around with that. Well, sure, it's 3 angles inside and 1 angle that's either, if I'm looking at this, a reflex, or I could be looking at this one, but it's still 4 angles. So things that I can notice, I can draw a picture, I can write some notes. I could even write a note on here because there's text on my sticky as well. So I could take a note this way and just write something right on my image. This is a four-sided shape. If I wanted to label it, so maybe I want to do some different things. So lots of ways that I can do notes. Another thing, and let's say you're a teacher, you can give your students an image that you've created and you're trying to have them discover some connections from this. And so this is something that's done on a graph. We've graphed 2 equations, and maybe we want our students to just play around with what they notice. So what are some things that a student might notice? And they can write their notes right here on this text sticky. And so what do they notice? They notice that the blue is dotted. So they wonder if that's connected to the greater than. The red is solid. Is that the less than, or is it the equal sign? What, and maybe they're wondering, what does the purple section represent? So they could have all these wonderings, and then they could go around and explore, so we can, move our points and see what the difference is. Maybe now, I wonder if this point that's on the blue line, right now it's on the blue line, would that be a point that, since it's on the blue, does that make that true if I substitute it in? So then maybe now, because again, paper, I can do whatever I want. I want to pull up a calculator and let's see if that's true. So if I substitute 3 in, so is 2 times 3 minus 1, is that going to equal 5? It does equal 5. So then why is the dotted line, why is the blue line dotted? These are things that we can explore, and so maybe it does have to do with the fact that that's no equal sign is included here, so this is not actually a solution. And what if I have a point that's in this white section? What's that mean? So that I can test things out on my calculator. So Classpad.net is a great way to take notes, and you can do notes in lots of different ways. You can do graphs, you can do calculations, you can do actual text in a text sticky and text on your images as well. So notice this is a graph sticky, which was different than our geometry sticky up here. So this was a geometry sticky, and this is where we have text. If I'm in the graph sticky, there's also text that I can add to my image. So not only text in the text sticky, but text on the image simply by clicking here. So what are some things maybe that I want to notice on my graph? So this pink section, or red section, represents solutions to the red equation. And then I could say, okay, this one over here, let's move this. And blue is solutions to the blue equation. I could put purple is this. I could talk about the dotted line and the red line. I could add those notes right to my image. So as a teacher, I could actually see what students are thinking, either if they're writing it in a text sticky or they're putting it right on their images. So Classpad.net is an amazing way for you to take notes if you're a student, for you to allow students to have places to explore and explain their thinking. They can put visuals in as a way to remember things. So it's a great tool to use for taking notes and keeping track of connections and things that you're learning in mathematics.